Hey everyone, Dad here. Just a quick disclaimer for this episode. This was when we first started, so our audio quality is not the best. Please be kind when you're listening, and if you do want to listen to really good, sharp audio quality and our content just kind of like on point, start with episode 3. But if you want to listen to the old school first two, by all means, thank you. Enjoy.
All right. This is the first episode of the Take Two pod with Mom and Dad. I'm Dad,
And I'm Mom.
and this podcast is something we wanted to do because we have a love for movies,
Yeah, we're definitely both big movie buffs.
and we are now parents of two, and we don't have a lot of time for movies. We don't get to go to the movies that much, and when we do have free time, we try to watch as many movies as possible.
Yeah, we've fallen behind in the last couple of years.
So basically, this pod will be about movies that we love, our favorite movies from maybe when we were younger. And the basis of this podcast is to see if the movie hits different. So we'll be going through, it hits different as parents. So we'll be going through a few things, and basically the kids are down for bed. Now we have our free time, unless one of them wakes up. And you might hear them on the baby monitor. So
I'm sure there will be many intermissions.
just your discretion is advised. But we were also going to start the podcast with watching the trailer for the movie, and the movie for our first episode, which was pretty hard to decide which one we wanted, is going to be. Do you want to do the drum roll?
The Mummy, 1999.
Yeah, The
Directed
Mummy.
by Stephen Sommers, also written by Stephen Sommers, and starring the young and beautiful Brendan Fraser, Rachel Weisz, and John Hannah. And we both have a deep, deep love for this movie.
Yes. So let's watch the trailer. Ready?
Yep.
4 minutes. Oh my God.
Many men have wasted their lives in the foolish pursuit of Harmonoptera. Most have never returned.
I think you found something.
Oh, it's honestly pretty epic.
I call it the doorway to hell. Oh my God, it does exist.
You have unleashed the creature that we have feared for more than 3,000 years. It is the bringer of death. He will never stop.
This summer.
Oh, there it is, the movie guy voice.
You on an extraordinary adventure. Beyond life.
It was a summer blockbuster too, of course.
Yeah. Oh, okay. It's only a minute 30. Okay. All right. So the video is 4 minutes. I'm not sure what it's, I think it's playing multiple trailers. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So that's the trailer. Still a banger. So first thing with this movie, it came out in 1999. The first time I saw it was not in theaters. Actually, we rented it on VHS. If anybody knows what that is, still. And
Yeah, people still know.
we we rented on VHS. We all watched it at home, and I think I was 11, 10 or no, yeah, 11 or 12, and it was amazing. I really like this movie. Is on all the time in our house. If it's on TV, we have it just playing in the background.
Yeah, you have to put it on, and you have to finish it once it's on.
Yeah, it's really good, and it's there was the remake that happened with Tom Cruise in 2017.
Oh, it was abysmal.
I didn't even get through it. I got halfway through and I turned it off. It was like, why did they make this?
I never watched it because of you. You told me how bad it was, so I've never even seen it.
And then The Mummy Returns was the sequel to this one, which is still really good, but this one is iconic.
Yeah, this one needs no sequel, needs no introduction.
So anyway, we love this movie. Where's the first time you watched it?
So you guys are gonna hear this a lot. Dad remembers a lot of the first time he saw movies. I don't remember the first time I saw this movie. It's a ubiquitous part of my childhood. I'm sure the first time I saw it, my family rented it on VHS, probably from Blockbuster. Um, I saw it several times as a child. It's just a part. It's a part of my childhood. So I can't say the first time that I watched it, but I
Yeah.
do remember seeing it as a child several times.
We didn't get it from Blockbuster. We had back in the day, convenience stores used to rent movies.
Yeah.
It was like $1 or $2, but you had to return it the next day, otherwise the late fee was like $6. So yeah, we got it from like a random convenience store, and we watched it that night, and then the next day before we had to return it, I watched it again.
Yeah,
Anyway,
there were more places than Blockbuster. Like I remember we used to go to this place called Jumbo Video a lot,
yeah.
and they had a popcorn machine in it. So I just loved
Oh
going
yeah,
there.
we didn't have a jumbo where I lived.
I just loved going there. I would just go in the back and my fat ass would just eat popcorn for like the whole time that people were looking for movies.
Okay. People are trying to rent movies. You're just eating popcorn.
And a kid too. It was all over the floor. It was disgusting.
So so that's the first time we watched it. I've watched it countless times after that. I don't even remember how many times I've seen it. But general overview of the movie. Basically, Brendan Fraser's character is in the army, and it looks like World War One is near the end. They called it the Great War because they only
Wait,
called
wait,
it.
wait, wait. He's in the army? I thought he was like a treasure hunter.
No, he was with a bunch of soldiers with Benny. They're soldiers.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm learning this for the first time. I thought he was like a treasure hunter he gets caught stealing stuff
What do you
and
mean he
get
gets caught?
when he gets caught by that guy
No, he
because
gets caught because he leaves Aminoptera,
yeah.
and then he becomes a slave. They imprison him because they just find him. They just
Oh,
think he's a
I
vagrant.
thought he stole something.
No, he didn't steal
Wow, it
anything.
just goes to show you how much I pay attention
Pay
to
attention, guy.
I think I've seen it so many times that I just like zone out when it's on now.
Okay, so anyway, um, general overview. So he's in the army. It's the Great War before World War II. They called World War One the Great War. I'm not a history buff, so I'm sorry if that's incorrect, but that's what I understand. And then he's in Egypt in Amenoptera, which is this sacred place, and it's protected by the pharaoh's bodyguards, which is called the Magi, which has the guy from Deuce Bigelow. He's like the gigolo that's like actually a professional gigolo.
What a description.
Yeah, what range? This guy went from uh being what's his name? Is his name Seraph? Anyway, he's the Magi guy,
Yeah.
and he's like the protector of Earth. We must
Yeah.
not release the monster. And then he becomes a gigolo in Deuce Bigelow, male gigolo. Anyway, good range. So Brendan Fraser gets caught. He gets thrown in prison. Rachel Weisz's character is a Egyptologist. I didn't know that was a thing. And her brother's also like just like a scumbag who likes to like find treasure and sell it.
Well, they're half Egyptian too. Their mom was an Egyptian.
Oh, right. Anyway, yeah, but they're super British, so I guess they grew up in England.
Yeah.
And then her brother finds a map, right? To
Yeah.
Amenoptera. I think. Anyway, so then they're like, oh, we need to. There's a person that knows who's been there, and he was in prison. So they go to this jail. They try to buy his freedom, and Brendan Fraser is about to be hanged, and she buys his freedom from I guess the warden of the prison, which is this comedian. He's actually a comedian in real life, but he's like the best character in the movie. He's the little fat guy who
This guy Omid Djali.
yeah, Omid, move your thumb. Omid Jalil, I think. He's hilarious. He's like, why is he in prison? He's like, he was looking for. He told me he was looking for a good time. Apparently, he had a very good time. He's so funny. Anyways, so they let him go, but he's like, I want to come too because he knows there's treasure in Amanaptra. So they go there. They start digging. There's a bunch of Americans that are looking for a similar treasure. They wake up the mummy, who's played by what's his name, Vosloo,
Arnold Vosloo.
Arnold Vosloo. He plays the mummy Imhotep.
Well, he
Basically,
basically wakes up and wreaks havoc.
yeah, he wakes up. He's the creature that will destroy all humanity, or whatever is what the Magi say. And then, yeah, um, it's just all fun from there. So Brendan Fraser, they're trying to like they wake him up with the Book of the Dead. They're trying to find the Book of Life so they can put him back. This guy is obsessed with Imhotep is obsessed with his true love, which was the pharaoh's, I guess, mistress. And
Yeah,
then
and he
he
wants to
wakes
bring
up
her back too.
and he's obsessed with Rachel Weisz's character because she is going to be the sacrifice to wake up his love. Anyway, so the reason I love this movie is it's nonstop fun. The characters are good. It's funny. The action is good. Some of the CGI is a little bit shaky now.
Yeah,
but
but not even that bad.
but even the mummy sequences, like when they show him CGI as like walking around, it's still really good. It holds up.
Yeah.
The opening sequence, I don't know if you knew this, but the opening sequence when they show ancient Egypt, right? There's like that wide shot of ancient Egypt, and they cut to Imhotep and the pharaoh or the pharaoh's mistress. That's all CGI.
Yeah, you can tell. You can tell that part's
No, I know,
CGI.
but
It's
apparently that took
obvious.
them so long to do because
Yeah.
they wanted it to look good, and it looks good still. It still holds up.
Yeah, it's the quintessential adventure movie. It's when I think of adventure movies, that's the blueprint basically. Like it so perfectly takes you on this adventure with the main characters. You're rooting for them. There's a little bit of a horror movie aspect with the mummy. So it really checks all the boxes.
I know for a fact that Harrison Ford is kicking himself because that's the Harrison Ford movie that he never got to make. Honestly, it's the ultimate Indiana Jones movie, but it's not Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
It's the ultimate Indiana
it
Jones
has a little
movie.
bit of an Indiana Jones vibe, but honestly, I find it more entertaining.
That's what I mean. It's better.
It's better.
Harrison Ford's he's punching the air when that movie came out.
Yeah.
He's like, why didn't these people give me that movie?
Last Crusade fans are probably like punching the air right now. They're like, it's not better, but I think it's better
It's better. Like
for
it's
our
I think it's
generation.
top
It's the
notch.
Indiana Jones
And
of
there's
our
two of them.
generation.
There's the Mummy and the Mummy Returns, and they're both solid.
Yeah, but
No, the
the
second one is
first
solid.
one,
The second one's solid. We'll talk about that another
it's
day.
okay. Yeah.
Okay, so we both love it, so that's great. Um, we'll go to some segments now. What's the cringiest moment in the movie for you that you can recall?
I don't know if it's cringy, but when Rachel Weisz's character gets really drunk
Okay,
and is talking to Brandon Fraser, it's pretty it's pretty cringy.
which part? Her
When
acting?
she's acting drunk.
Why is that cringy?
It feels like a 14-year-old who just took 2 sips of their mom's wine. It feels like that's how they would
But
act.
that's her character. She's a nerd. She's like a librarian.
Yeah, but she like why are you wasted?
She literally says that. She's like, I am a librarian. She says that when she's drunk.
I know she does, but why are you wasted?
I don't know. They
She's wasted and she's talking to him and she just like that for me it's a little bit cringy because she does have like a very it just seems like a kid who took a sip of alcohol and thinks they're wasted. And then she passes out on him. They only had 1 bottle of alcohol. How are you that drunk? The brother drank most of it already. How are you that drunk? It's pretty cringy.
So for me, it's hard to find a cringy moment in this movie because it's so good. But I'm gonna have to say the part that just I don't know, it just bugs me the most is the scene where the one of the American treasure hunter guys, he's the first victim of Imhotep. You know that scene where his glasses break?
Yeah.
So that part, his glasses break and he can't see anything. And his glasses, like, it's not even his prescription's not even that strong. So I'm sorry. It's like he doesn't have Coke bottles. You know what I'm
Yeah, but the
saying?
average Joe wouldn't necessarily know that.
No, but the way they show his point of view after his POV is so blurry. It's like, yo, he would not be that, and he's walking so slow. Just hold your hand, run your hand against the wall, and feel the wall, and walk and follow the sounds of the people.
Your vision is a lot worse than mine. Like how well could you get by in like an apocalypse if you had no glasses? Because I could
Listen,
get by
listen.
fine.
If you wake up in the room and there's a light, there's very little light, and you don't have glasses, what are you gonna do? You're gonna try to get out by feeling things in front of you, right? But the way he's moving is like he's trying to get caught and killed.
Yeah,
So
his
that
glasses
part's a
fall off
little.
and it's like he died.
I know they're trying to like move the plot, and that part,
Yeah.
But anyway, um, one thing that I found that has aged absolutely the worst. I guess it's cringy now. Actually, no, you know what? This might take the cake. Rachel Weisz's eyebrows.
Because
In
they're so thin.
They're so thin.
Yeah, but that's
That
the era.
I know.
No,
It
not
has
not the
aged very
not the
poorly.
1999 era, the World War One time era. That's what
Are
people.
you sure?
Yes, women used to shave off their eyebrows and draw in really thin eyebrows during that time. Like the flappers in the 1920s.
What's a flapper?
You don't know what a flapper is? It's
No.
like the women from the 1920s. It's like the typical woman you'll see from the 1920s with the hat and like the
The
dress with
corset dress?
no the dress with all the tassels on it.
Okay.
That's a flapper, but they all had pencil thin eyebrows because they used to shave off or pluck out their eyebrows and draw them in with a little pencil.
Okay, but in the second movie, her eyebrows are thick.
Well, yeah, I can't account for
So
that.
that's my thing. Like, for me, it's the 90s was like that
The
too.
90s was like
So I
that.
think they made her eyebrows 90s vibes. And then in the second movie, which came out like 2 years later or something, her eyebrows were thick. And every girl now, like, the in thing is to have thick,
It's not
dark eyebrows.
cringy though to
No,
have
it's
thin
cringy. No, if you
eyebrows.
watch it again, it's
She's still
really,
really beautiful in the movie.
yeah, she looks great. But it's, you know, eh, the
I
eyebrows
don't
gotta
notice
go.
it. It
The
doesn't bother
eyebrows
me.
gotta go, bro. So yeah, that's one thing that's cringy. But what's the most iconic moment or quote from the movie for you?
So we quote this to each other all the time for some stupid reason.
Oh,
So Jonathan Hyde, the Egyptologist, who a
okay.
lot of you might recognize as the dad and the hunter from Jumanji.
Oh yeah, he plays both parts.
Yeah, so when Rachel
Original Jumanji with Robin Williams,
yeah, original
not
Jumanji,
The
not
Rock.
The Rock. Well, we're gonna have to do a Jumanji episode, but Jonathan Hyde hears Rachel Weisz reading from the book, and he goes, "No, you
You
must
mustn't
not
read
read
from
from
the
the
book.
book."
That part is epic.
It's very iconic,
Oh my
and
god.
you see the mummy come to life during that time too. So it like
Yeah,
strikes some fear into you, some adventure into you, some excitement into the
yeah. It's an
story.
epic line.
It's very
Epic.
epic, and his fear in his voice makes it like a very iconic, memorable moment in the movie.
So one of my favorite moments. It's not iconic, but it's one of my favorite moments of the movie. Um, when the prison owner, he goes into the tombs with them, and he finds the scarabs that he thinks are blue gold, and they're
Oh
stuck
my
to the
god, that
wall.
scene's so
And
gross.
he's taking the gold off, and he sees the hieroglyph of the person, and he does the pose, and he goes. That part kills me every time.
That's your most iconic
It's
moment?
funny, yeah. He apparently he had a very good time.
There's so many moments though
Yeah,
that are more iconic than
that
that.
whole sequence is wrong. Like, anyways, we'll get to that later. But that so favorite quote for both of us is "You must not read from the book."
Yeah, that's such
Yeah,
a good moment.
that's a great one. Um. Oh. Did I hear a baby crying?
No, I think that was
No, I heard.
the toddler making some
No,
noise.
no. Toddler's down. Okay, well, if she
Well,
cries again.
if she cries, she cries.
Yeah, I think she just made a noise.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
we're good.
so
The
most
fear.
iconic moment. I mean, oh, that's you. We'll take a pause.
Yeah, we'll take. I'll pump now too.
Okay. Be right back.
We'll be right back.
Okay, we're back. We had a little mishap. One of the kids woke up for a sec. We took care of it.
And I had to pump some breast milk as
Yeah,
well.
and we're back. Parenting vibes.
Yes.
If you know, you know. Okay, next segment. Is this movie a classic, or is society going to cancel it in 2026? It was like a long time ago.
Yeah, so I have some feelings about this.
Okay.
Also, everybody, excuse my voice. I have a little bit of a cold. That's why I sound like this. It's not going to be like this every week. So obviously, we both have a lot of love for this movie. We both feel that it's a classic, but there are a few moments that cross the line a little bit.
Such as?
Not for me, but I could see how somebody might be offended. So there is a scene where Rachel Weisz gets dressed in all Egyptian garb and is on a camel and has like a face covering.
Oh yeah, that was sexy.
It was sexy, but is that cultural appropriation? Is it offensive? I don't know.
I don't think it's no, because she's there and they're dressing her um, in that thing. But honestly, I don't know a lot about that culture, so
Yeah.
maybe it's highly inaccurate. I would have to talk to some Egyptians that know about that, but yeah, I guess so. I mean, I'm trying to think of what could be canceled. The
Well,
scene. So
I'll just interrupt you because on top of that,
no, there's more.
yes, Arnold Vosloo
Yeah,
is South African, and
South
he
African.
has like Germanic and Dutch background. He is not
Oh,
Egyptian
okay.
or Arab in the least bit.
He looks well. Yeah, I guess Egyptian is
he-
North African, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, he
That part of the
doesn't.
world.
Yeah, he looks the part, but he's not. He does not have that background.
Fuck, he does look like he does look the part.
And in this day and age, you can get canceled for not playing your appropriate
true.
race. He did a great job. He played the character well, but I could see how possibly, if that happened today, you could possibly get canceled over it.
Yeah.
All in all, the movie's a classic to me, but there are a few little moments that are like, if this was not made in 1999, it would be different.
Yeah, I mean, one of the scenes that, I mean, it'd probably be controversial now. I don't know if it'd fully get canceled, but people, like, in my opinion, Hollywood would kill to be able to make movies this good nowadays. If it's not,
Yeah, they don't make him like this
if
anymore.
it's not a previous, like, if nothing original is coming out that's this good, it's always an IP. Like blockbusters are always an old. It's a remake, or it's a comic book, or it's a book adaptation of a movie. But the scene that sticks out for me is when Benny, I guess the little two-faced guy who runs away when trouble is always coming around. He always first guy to run away.
Yeah.
He is in the he's in the tomb, and Imhotep comes up to him as the mummy, and he's terrified because he's seeing a mummy walk up to him, and he pulls out a cross, and he's saying a prayer in I guess he's saying a Christian prayer, and nothing happens, and then he whips out a little Buddha, and he says a prayer like a Buddhist prayer, and nothing happens, and then he takes out, I think it's maybe a Hindu thing, and nothing happens, and then he grabs the Star of David, and he says something in I guess it's Hebrew.
Yeah.
And he or maybe it's Yiddish, right?
I think Hebrew and Yiddish might be the same thing.
So anyways, he says the prayer there, and then Imhotep just stops. He's like, and then like he says, I guess he's speaking something. He's speaking old timey Egyptian, but he's like, the language of the slaves. He's like, I may have use for you yet. And then he doesn't kill him. He turns him into his little servant.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that part, I don't know. Maybe some groups might be a little offended by that. Who knows? But you know how society is. They just nitpick and stuff. Also, the scene where she's drunk and he kind of goes for a kiss, and then she passes out in his lap.
It's a little baby. It's cold outside.
Yeah, he went for the kiss, and then when she passed out in
She
his lap,
said, "I'm going to kiss you now." Though she was
yeah,
the
but she's
aggressor.
wasted,
But
and
she
he's
was the
but she
aggressor.
was wasted. She doesn't know what she's doing, and then he goes in
Yeah, you're right.
because if the kiss landed, then what happens?
Yeah, but we don't know how
Second
far it
base?
would have gone. No, he might have just kissed her, and then that might have been the
Well,
end
we
of
don't
it.
know. I mean, he was in jail for. I think he was in there for like 4 years.
Is
You
it
know?
that long?
Yeah, I think so. It said 4 years later.
Good lord.
Yeah. Anyways, okay, so it's possible, but it's still a classic in my eyes.
Yeah, there's some moments. Honestly, that scene with Benny just highlights how that's amazing that he knows that many languages.
That's true. Yeah,
That's
he's a little
baller
scumbag though. The
status.
guy's a scumbag.
You know what he is? Did you ever watch the show Recess?
Yeah, like here
Do you
and
remember
there.
Randall?
No.
He was people listening. He was like the little minion of the mean teacher, and he would like sneak around and catch people doing stuff. That guy is the embodiment of a true life Randall.
Okay. Can you watch this movie with your parents?
100%, it's safe.
It's safe. The whole
There's
thing.
there's no nudity.
Okay, so there is minor nudity, just subtle nudity. The opening scene, the what's her name? Anaxunamun, the mistress of the pharaoh. She's basically naked. She's just wearing body paint
She's
in
scantily
gold.
clad though. Her
No.
boobies are covered.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, I mean, we had to fast forward that when I was a kid. That like her titties are out. You've forgotten. Her titties are out, man.
The only thing that got fast forwarded in my household is if there was full on intercourse happening in the scene. That got fast forwarded. If we saw boobies, we saw passionate kissing, all that stuff. My parents didn't get offended by that. It wasn't until there was an actual sex scene that they were like, okay, I'm going to fast forward that.
Okay.
Or cover your eyes.
Just a bit of a hot take here. What what kind of outfit is that? You're just walking around naked with gold painted on you. Like, put some pants on, bro.
Well, again, we don't know what the culture was. We don't know if because she was a mistress, she had to be dressed seductively at all times. We don't know.
I guess.
We don't know.
But also,
she was at home technically. Like she was in like the pharaoh's palace or whatever.
Oh, another take of mine here. The Magi are the pharaoh's bodyguards in the opening scene, but the pharaoh gets shanked by his own mistress. Like, what kind of trash ass bodyguards are you?
No. The bodyguards that watched him get shanked are Emotep's bodyguards. Because then the pharaoh's bodyguards come in after.
Okay, but still, they're supposed to.
Because all of those guys get mummified with Emotep.
Yeah, but they're supposed to protect the pharaoh, and she just has a knife with her.
Those are Emotep's guys.
No, but they're supposed to protect the pharaoh. They're supposed to watch him. She has a shank on her, and she just.
Well, again, she's at home. She could easily keep
guess.
something like that in her room. I don't think they were monitoring her 24/7, especially in the olden times.
All right, fair enough. Good comeback. Good comeback. All right. Favorite and least favorite supporting character.
The brother is the best one.
Best, like your favorite supporting character.
Yeah. What's his name? John Hannah.
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Let me
just.
He was in Spartacus, right? He's the guy.
Yeah, John Hannah. Yes. Anybody who has seen Spartacus: Blood and Sand, the show, he is so amazing in the first season, and then the second season is a prequel. He is so talented and
he's
so
really
commanding.
Good. The problem is
and charming.
Him, you know what bothers me? They killed off the little prisoner owner really early because that guy, the prisoner owner, and John Hannah's character. What's his name again? The brother.
John Hannah.
No, the character's name.
John Hannah. Jonathan.
Oh.
Jonathan.
Oh, okay. Right. Jonathan. Okay, so Jonathan and the little prisoner guy, their chemistry was really good. When they would argue, he used to call him the smelly fellow.
The Ahmed.
Our smelly little
the
friend.
Ahmed
Yeah.
Bajidi?
Ahmed Jalil.
Jalil?
Yeah, I hope I'm saying that right. Anyways, that guy, he wasn't in it that long, but he was amazing. He was so funny. Every scene with him was like top notch. Benny, he could be dealt with. Okay, who's your least favorite?
Least favorite supporting
Yeah.
character? Listen, I'm gonna say something controversial. I think Jonathan Hyde was not used enough. They had like a freaking ace, and they barely used him. So I'm gonna say he's my least favorite, just because I don't think he was in it enough.
So he's your favorite and least favorite?
No, the brother's my favorite supporting character.
I'm confused.
I'm
You've
saying
got two Jonathans here.
yeah. So the John Hannah, the brother, is
Okay.
my favorite supporting character. Jonathan Hyde is my least favorite supporting
Who's
character.
Jonathan Hyde?
You mustn't read from the book.
Oh, right. Just say Jumanji Dad.
Jumanji.
Yeah, it's
Jumanji
way
Dad.
easier that way.
He wasn't used enough.
Yeah, that's
he
true.
needed
He
to be in
just
it more,
vanishes. Yeah.
and we don't even really know his motive.
Okay, so least
He's just
favorite.
kind of there.
Okay, least favorite for me. I'm like the whole American cowboy crew. They're so stereotypical.
They were just there to get killed off.
I know,
one by
but
one by Emotep.
it was so extra. But if you had to pick one character, it would be the museum artifact guy who runs it, the guy with the fez. He's like, "Give me locusts, anything but you." Remember, she knocks down all of the library books.
Yeah.
That guy running the library. I can't stand that guy.
Yeah, that guy's pretty
Yeah,
weak.
I couldn't stand him. I was like, and he's working with the Magi to prevent people from going to Hamunaptra. Remember?
Yeah.
He pretends to burn the map. It was so obvious.
It was really obvious. Just to go back to the Americans, I remember when I was watching it, I'm watching the blonde guy. That guy wishes so bad he was Brendan Fraser's character.
Yeah,
He's the discount Brendan Fraser.
yeah.
He wants to be him. And there's that scene where they're guarding Rachel Weisz's room, and the friend's like, "I'm going down to the bar." He's like, "What do you want?" He's like, "Give me a shot of bourbon and a tumbler of bourbon with a bourbon chaser." It's just like,
Yeah, and this discount Bill Paxton, the other guy, the
yeah,
other American. He looks like him.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just too cowboy. It was
They're
too
like kind
much.
of
It was too
stock. They're
extra.
kind of stock
Yeah,
characters.
they were like NPCs.
Yeah, they were.
They were NPCs.
Yeah.
Okay, so cultural impact. What do you think? How has it affected culturally and movies nowadays from this movie? Like, what has this movie done that you know?
Well, I don't know if I can speak to overall culture, but I will say that Brendan Fraser's career definitely got a boost from this, because was George of the Jungle after this?
Uh, I never watched that.
That was huge when it came out. There was the George
Yeah, I
of the
remember the
Jungle.
commercial. Everybody remembers the song.
Yeah, so hang on, I just want to check if that was after. Oh, George of the Jungle was before this. Was he also in Encino Man?
Yeah, he was the caveman. That's a great movie. Encino Man is a friggin'
That it's the same thing. Yeah, 1992. That's the same thing as George of the Jungle, basically.
yeah.
He's a
He
caveman.
plays a caveman, and then he does another movie similar vibes to The Mummy,
Journey to
Journey
the
to the Center
Center
of
of
the Earth.
the Earth. I
There's
was
like two
about
of
to
them, right?
say.
Aren't there two of them? And then The Rock took over. Yeah, The Rock did one.
I only remember the one with Brendan Fraser and Josh Hutcherson.
Oh, okay, yeah. And then there was another
It
one
was
after.
so good. I have like such a vivid memory of.
It's basically The Mummy. They
It's
just took
it's a
the
little
same thing and they
different.
shifted. They just pivoted.
No, it's more of a journey rather than like the Mummy has a little bit of that horror element. The Journey to the
So
Center of
it's
the
for
Earth.
kids. It's a mummy for little kids.
It is for kids because they go into the center of the earth and there's like a whole world in there. But I have such a vivid memory of watching that movie. I was baking cookies. Me and my brother watched it. We made a huge cookie and called it the Big Kahuna.
Oh my god, you guys are so lame.
It was such a good night. Like, it was so memorable and sweet. Like, it's a really nice
The
memory I have
big
with my brother.
kahuna. Okay.
But yeah, it definitely made Brendan Fraser's career in some ways, but it also might have negatively typecast him, because what else was he in really after that?
Well, he bombed a bunch of movies. That's why Hollywood like blackballed him or whatever you want to call it.
Because he only recently had a little bit of a comeback.
Yeah, because
With The Whale.
his movies didn't make money, so they just put him on a shit list.
But do you think it's because this movie negatively typecast him, or he just had some
No,
bad
he
luck?
was typecast after The Mummy. He did so well, and they're like, all right, let's do the same formula with different things, and it didn't work out financially, so they're just like, all
Yeah.
right, he's done.
Well, it really was like lightning striking with the
Yeah,
money with the mummy.
this movie is lightning in a bottle.
It is, and
But
you can't predict if a movie's gonna do
so
this.
my take on cultural impact is this movie did such a good job in adventure movies that other movies kind of tried to copy it. I know this is taking from Indiana Jones, but I think it took what Indiana Jones did and then leveled up. Because other movies now, they tried to remake The Mummy, it was no good. They tried to
Yeah.
do another Indiana Jones with Shia LaBeouf, and then did another one,
Well, they
and it
also
wasn't good.
they also similarly did that one recently with Tom Holland that bombed. There was a similar thing.
Uncharted.
Yeah, he was like he was like,
Uncharted was a remake. Sorry, it was an adaptation of a video game,
I know, but it was a
and
similar thing.
it didn't do well financially, from what I understand, but it was pretty good. My opinion on that is Mark Wahlberg was involved, so it kind of got pigeonholed into that Mark Wahlberg
You know my
genre.
feelings on Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, but he's had some good movies. But anyways,
Well, you know my
so I
feelings.
think this movie, like, people still remember it as the best mummy movie. It beats all the old ones from Universal, like 100 years ago or whatever. The Tom Cruise one didn't have couldn't do anything, and there's a new one coming out, but it's strictly horror. Like, it's not an adventure
Yeah,
movie. So I'm interested to see where that goes. But this is the pinnacle of mummy movies by far. It's
it
not even
is,
close.
and
It had a TV show.
and they don't make movies
It had
like
a
this.
cartoon as well.
I don't remember the cartoon,
It
but
had a cartoon.
but they don't make movies like this anymore. So culturally, like just looking back, it's so nostalgic, it's so special, and it did what it did so well.
Agreed. Okay, so is this a lazy Sunday vibe?
Absolutely, 100%. It's a comfort movie for us. I mean, I don't know for everybody, but for us, it's a comfort movie. It's a movie where if you see it on TV and you turn it on, no matter what scene it's on, you can
Yeah.
sit there and watch it
Yeah.
because we know it so well. It's so familiar.
It's just fun. Anytime it's on, you like whatever time. And if you can't decide what to watch, if you have a bucket of popcorn at home and you just put this movie on, it's such a vibe. If you just want to be lazy on the couch and do
Yeah,
nothing,
sleepy on the couch, just had pizza for lunch.
Yeah.
Perfect movie to throw
I
on.
mean, sometimes we don't have that option now with the kids running around and driving us nuts. But it's on the background, and it's just it's like it's similar to having your favorite show on in the background. It's a
Yeah.
pure vibe.
Our 3-year-old takes over the TV a lot, so we don't get to watch what we want on a lazy Sunday afternoon as much anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's all of his videos playing and his shows, Paw Patrol and Mario and all the stuff he loves.
Yeah. um, does this movie hit different as a parent? This is the main topic for this movie, for actually for this podcast.
Yeah, but this one really no. It doesn't because there's no kids in it and there's not really anything
Parental.
there's nothing that would disturb a parent that comes up.
So for me, this movie, it does not hit different as a parent as well. I agree. Um, it hits exactly the same as it did the first time I watched it.
Which is the beauty of it.
It's fun, it's funny, it's comforting, and you still get a sense of thrill when you watch some of the scenes. Like,
Yeah.
it's thrilling, and
a little scary.
A
little bit.
Maybe, I mean,
When the mummy first comes to life, when the mummy first comes to life, it's a little bit scary. Like, I wouldn't show our kid that until
Yeah.
he's older.
Well, it's funny if in an alternate universe, this movie, when the mummy wakes up, when they read, you must not read from the book. When they read from the book and wake up Imhotep, that from that moment on, it could have been like a crazy horror movie, but they didn't. They're like, let's keep it light. The mummy runs into Brendan Fraser. He screams at them, and he cocks his shotgun, shoots him in the hip, and like breaks him in half. And then they run away, and he screams at him first. Remember, he screams back. So, and then the epic quote actually that's we didn't mention is the Imhotep. Imhotep.
This is why the brother
Imhotep.
is one of my favorite supporting
When
characters.
that mob of zombies is like walking, they all look
So
like they
good.
have leprosy, and he sees them and then he turns around and joins them and he starts chanting Emotep to get them to
Yeah.
relax.
It's so good.
And then they just
They all join in.
they join in and that's it. I was like, okay. Yeah, this movie just it checks all the boxes. What would you rate this as? What would you rate it out of 10?
Honestly, it's a 9 out of 10. It's a near perfect movie.
I'm gonna say 9.5
Okay.
because some of the stuff it was questionable when it came out. Now it's like it's a little bit dated, but there's certain scenes like that old guy with the mustache who flies the plane, and then Imhotep does the whole sand wall thing with his face,
Yeah.
and then knocks the plane down.
Also, justice for Winston. They don't give a fuck when he dies.
Who the plane the pilot?
Yeah, Brendan Fraser's just like, you did it, buddy. You died in combat, basically, and then the plane fucking sinks into
Yeah.
quicksand.
Also, quicksand in every movie. It's like, quick move! It's quicksand. And growing up, because of TV, everybody thought quicksand was like gonna everywhere they were in sand.
Yeah,
it
we
was
all
quicksand.
thought that quicksand was going to be such a big part of our lives,
Yeah.
and none of us ever experienced it.
Yeah, Pythagorean theorem is a bigger part in our lives than quicksand. You can tell the math.
Oh, that's a
teachers that.
fucking deep cut of grade 8. Grade 8 math.
Is it grade 8?
It's grade 8. You learn Pythagorean theorem.
Oh man. Okay, so anything else about this movie you want to nitpick?
No, I think we addressed everything pretty well. It's just like we said, it's just a fun movie, and for us, the nostalgia never dies. Like, we have a handful of movies that we just put on whenever, and this is one of the anointed few.
I can't wait till our kids are older and we can show them this movie.
Oh my god, the kids are gonna
It's
absolutely
gonna
love
be
it.
so fun.
I have so many movies and books I
Yeah.
want to share with the kids, but this one could be showed pretty early.
This hasn't aged badly enough that you can't show it. There's certain things that you watched as a kid and you're like, oh, this is gonna suck, and because nowadays, like some of our nieces, they're into the new Jumanji and the new versions of stuff, but they never saw the originals that from the 90s, or kind of like
Yeah.
Jurassic Park. It's the same thing. They're into Jurassic World, but it's like, bro, you don't even
Oh, Jurassic
know.
World is a joke compared to Jurassic
You
Park.
don't even know the half of it. Like, what are you talking about right now?
Yeah.
But it's amazing movie. I want to watch it right now. It's so good.
We just watched it recently, but
Yeah,
I
I
would
know, but
watch it
I want to
again.
watch it again. Just the narration in the beginning too, when it's the Magi's voice, and
Yeah.
he's narrating what's going on. Oh my god, it slaps so hard. It
does.
It's iconic.
It does. We knew when we thought of this movie that it had to be our first podcast episode because it's so meaningful to both of us and it's so good and easy to talk about.
Yeah. So that was our first episode of Take Two with Mom and Dad. We hope you enjoyed that. It was a little bit rougher on the edges because it was our first one, but we hope to do a lot more.
Yeah, we're gonna try to post every week if we can. We're gonna try.
We'll try. The kids don't let us, and by the time they're down, it's like, holy crap!
Just to get this, this is like
this is 3 weeks.
Yeah, we've been talking about it for quite a while.
Done. So we're glad it worked out, and we hope you enjoyed it. Catch you next time.
Catch you next time.